Hello guys and welcome back to the 5th episode of the 1%.
Hi.
Hopefully it's the 5th. Who knows, I might have messed up. But we're here with Alex again.
Hello.
Most loyal guest. So that's why we're doing it with him.
Yes.
I have a question. Who's your favorite Teletubbies?
Oh shit. That's a hard question. I'm gonna have to think about it for a little while there, because they all have their qualities.
Is there like 5 different colors and they all have different earpieces?
No, they have 4 different colors.
Oh, there's only 4?
Yeah, there's only 4.
And then there's the vacuum.
And then there's a vacuum, and then there's a toaster, I think. Anyways, I think the red one, just because it's nice and simple.
That's crazy. I said the red one today too.
Oh god.
When I told myself. Well, welcome to the 1%.
Where we talk about Teletubbies.
The 1%. Yeah, so I think we're on the 5th episode now. Wow, we've made it so far.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Look how far we've made it.
Big progress.
So we have to make up. We haven't been uploading. Damn, I just broke my pen. We haven't been uploading every week, so we're making it up for podcast. I have a cool challenge for you. You remember that Yanni versus Laurel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadly, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna play a sound.
Okay.
Damn it, I messed up my plan already. Okay, we're gonna play a sound and you tell me if you hear Yanni or Laurel.
Alright.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Laurel.
Did you just say Laurel? You just said it.
That's the joke.
God
imagine
damn it.
I say Laurel and you would hear Yanni. That'd be pretty crazy.
That'd be kind of messed up there.
I forgot.
If you can replicate that audio exactly, I'd actually be impressed.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I was thinking of recording myself saying it, and then I could play it. But even if I'm saying Laurel, you would obviously hear.
Yeah. But didn't they edit the original one? Like there was something about it that
the pitch or the tone or something, and then that's what like makes it.
Yeah, exactly. So if you record your own voice, you kind of have to play around with it for it to work.
That was my plan.
Nice try.
Failed.
Maybe make a better plan next time.
You heard Laurel?
I heard Laurel, yeah.
I asked like 2 people at work and they both said they heard Yanni.
When you said Laurel?
I said Laurel.
Really?
They heard Yanni.
That's hard to believe.
Stupid at McDonald's.
Yeah. McDonald's employees.
What's been happening cool this week? Literally nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Other than Trump rejected China, so now all the stocks went down.
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes.
But that kind of happens every few days now. Trump does something, the stock goes down, China gets mad.
It's actually
the
crazy.
usual.
He sends one tweet saying like, "Oh, we're not doing business with China. We're looking for other alternatives," and this whole stock market.
And then everyone, 5 points down. Like
no way, it's
one man with Twitter can do a lot of damage.
The power of the internet.
The power of orange hair.
Freaking Trump.
Yeah.
But, and then I learned a cool fact about economics. So if the economics are going badly, there's only one president that's ever been reelected. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, really? So if it goes bad, everyone kind of gives up.
If the economics bad, Trump's pretty much screwed. He's not getting reelected.
Do you think he knows that? So he's playing with that a little bit?
I don't know, but it makes sense though.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
like,
people lose trust.
2008, people aren't like the world's going to shit. Yeah. They're not electing the same person again.
Yeah, no, they want things to change, and they change who's in the driver's seat. It makes sense.
So cool though.
Yeah.
I just think about these things way too much. The most random things. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking about how Monopoly is such a cool game. Because it's not just a stupid board game. It's actually based on a concept of like how the money works, how
which is exactly
how monopolies work around everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Which is I think is one of the reasons why it's been popular for so many years,
for like a century.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
so crazy.
It simulates a monopoly perfectly. You can have fun and monopolize, I guess your friends or whatever. In a way that is fun for everyone. So
I started playing when I was 4, just like doing like basic math, like 50 plus $20.
Yeah.
And then like this week I realized, oh, this is what the game is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that happens a lot where kids play Monopoly, but you just roll the dice, move around, and get some money. You don't actually get into the part where you're trying to dominate the other players. But a few years later, when you actually get into the actual rules of the game and you understand how the economics of the game, it goes to another level and it gets really fun. Yeah.
Cool. I just took off my shirt. You didn't say anything.
No, I mean, you do what you want.
It's kind of hot in your room, but...
Okay. I see how it is.
It's such a sick game. Like, I'm still thinking about it.
It's just too long, though.
It's the game that never ends.
It can last for... It can be very short, but it can last forever as well. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't want to make this podcast about like how your brain works and everything, but
my brain doesn't work. We're on the weekends. It's off.
Another thing I realized is that, have you heard about the myth that if you count sheep, it helps you sleep?
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, you hear that. You see that everywhere, like on TV and movies. Like it's a thing. I think it's just a distraction of it that helps you sleep.
Because I remember grandparents telling me that when I was like 10 years old, and I would actually count to like 100 sheep, and I was like, wow, I'm so good, I made it to 100.
Now what?
And I go to like 200-300. But the reality of that, it actually activates your brain.
Yeah.
Your brain is thinking about counting.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to sleep, you have to shut off your brain completely.
Well, yes and no. I don't know how it works for everyone. Some people, I think, they go to sleep. The best way for them to go to sleep is to relax and think about nothing. But there's other people where their brain is just on all the time. Kind of like me. It just rolls all the time. So the only way to fall asleep is to get distracted and just slow down a little without actually trying to think about nothing. So a distraction like counting sheep actually takes the focus off of something more complicated.
I get it.
And it allows you to just doze off.
So like, maybe those that had a stressful day, they do that distracts them, and then they're closer to sleeping.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about this, but some people try to they kind of imagine a world in their head, or they imagine a story where they're a part of it, and you can ask around some of your friends and you'll be surprised. A lot of people actually do that.
Really?
Yeah. And it, for some reason, thinking about this imaginary story in your head makes you fall asleep. You just kind of follow the story, and eventually you doze off. You don't remember where you left it off.
Forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it works very well for me. That's how I've been sleeping for the past.
You do that?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
Damn.
It worked for the past few years, and I've heard a lot about people doing that. So.
Oh, that's crazy. I do that when I'm getting needles. Like, I just imagine any story I want, me playing soccer, and then you don't feel the needle.
Distracts you, yeah.
It works perfectly. I guess you can use it for sleeping, too.
Distractions, yeah.
Okay, why do you have a can of Raid?
Yeah. Funny story about that. Yeah. No, it comes...
is it about the break-in?
No. That's another story.
What about this?
The Raid or the break-in?
No, the Raid.
The Raid? No, it's because someone forgot to take out the trash for a month. So... I was very confused because that's usually not my job, right? Someone takes care of it. I ask around and they said, yeah, don't worry about it.
And you have 4 roommates, right?
I have 4 roommates,
that's a lot of trash.
Yeah, so for a month, the trash was just sitting in the garage, and the bugs were accumulating, and they eventually made their way into the house, and now there's fucking bugs everywhere.
Oh, shit.
So, I had that bottle of Raid lying around from a long, long time ago, and I whipped it out, and I tried to spray the flies. It's actually pretty fun. It's kind of cruel, but...
You sprayed the ants?
Everything, anything. Yeah, they just kind of... I guess it's kind of cruel, but you can see them kind of twist, and they eventually just get really retarded and die.
You see them dying like within a few seconds?
Yeah, within a few seconds. They exactly.
Crumples up.
Yeah, they slow down, they twitch a bit, and then that's it.
That must be pretty strong.
It is, yeah. Well, it is somewhat strong, but there's some laws to how strong the bug spray can be. Yeah, the pesticides can be.
Makes sense.
So there's a limit to how strong it is, but it works very well.
I want to say that's satisfying to watch, but in 2019,
I mean,
you can't kill an ant.
They're bugs. I mean,
I don't know. Think it's fine to
I don't really feel bad about killing a fly with Raid. But I mean, it's still kind of cruel.
How things are going now. 2 years ago, I feel like I'll get rejected because I said watching an ant.
I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. Yeah.
And also, I have to try to stop swearing because if I swear, all my podcasts are going to be explicit, and I feel like that reaches less people.
I mean, you censor it, and it's kind of funny when you beep something out.
Okay, so sometimes I put beep, sometimes farts.
Oh yeah, farts is fine. Anything, it makes it funny.
Blind noises, random stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and like you told me like 2 days ago someone broke into your house.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to text you. I was like, oh my god, I want to talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah. It's a.
So tell me about it.
There's not much to the story. I woke up a few days ago. I woke up, looked at my phone, and my roommate sent me a picture. He said, "Watch out! There's a lot of glass in the living room." I think someone tried to break in, and there was a picture with the door and a big hole in it, cracks everywhere. And the door, someone reached in, unlocked the door, and it was left a little open there.
Wait, is it the door in like the basement?
Yeah. Just on the okay. No, on the patio.
Oh,
yeah.
He climbed to the patio.
Climbed onto the patio,
broke the glass.
It was pretty low, so maybe he kicked it or something, and then reached in and unlocked the door.
And this happened during the night?
It happened at about 6 in the morning, something like that, just before 6.
And you were sleeping here, right?
I was sleeping, yeah.
What the heck? Did it make noise? Did anyone hear?
I didn't hear anything. I slept through the whole thing, and apparently one of my roommates was taking a dump in his bathroom, just a floor above where the guy broke in at 6 a.m. And
what are the odds?
Apparently someone tried the door. And he just shrugged it off, didn't say anything. He thought it was his brother because he shares the bathroom with his brother.
Oh my God.
But he asked him the following morning, and his brother said, no, I didn't try the door. That wasn't me. It wasn't me either, and it wasn't our other roommate. So someone broke in.
I would lose my shit.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, but for some reason, I'm not stressed about it at all, which is kind of alarming. You know, someone just broke in, tried to open the bathroom door, and for some reason, I'm not stressed at all about that.
Crazy.
Yeah. And the funniest part about this is they didn't take anything. We checked around, we didn't notice anything missing, and we even had like a few cans of beer just right besides that door. Yeah. Like we have a little mini fridge there, and we have a lot of beer in it, around it. Like there was beer for them to take. They didn't take anything. So I don't know what they were looking for, but we didn't lose anything.
We have to investigate into this. So now you guys had to fix the door of the window, right?
Yeah, someone boarded it up, and we ordered a new window, so it's going to take a week or two.
What if someone like threw a rock up there over the balcony?
Maybe. It could be, but what gave it away is that the door was unlocked and left open. So that's how we know someone actually, maybe they didn't come in, but they for sure unlocked the door and opened it.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you guys always lock that door?
We sometimes we don't lock that door, and one of our roommates was pretty adamant about locking it all the time, and I get why. That's because things like this actually happen. Okay. And that night he just locked it before going to bed at about midnight. So if he hadn't done it, the guy would have had a free pass, opened the door, came in. So yeah, good thing he locked it. But all the moldy food. They could have taken all they wanted.
I would lose my shit though. That's crazy. So you survived a robbery.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it counts as a robbery because they didn't take anything, and I didn't see them. They didn't no one actually saw them. Wow. But definitely survived a break-in.
You live downtown Ottawa, so there's some parts that are sketchy.
Some parts of downtown Ottawa are pretty sketchy. It
makes sense that it would happen.
Yeah. It is what it is.
The whole story.
You'll never know. I have a picture as proof, but
it's a podcast. I'm not putting it as a thumbnail. So.
Yeah, you can't show a picture on a podcast.
Exactly. No. Wow, that's crazy. So what's the fancy word that you use there? Adamant?
Adamant.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Look it up.
It just sounds like it fits in.
I don't know. It's someone, I guess, the way I intended to use it was that someone believes something strongly. Like he enforces it somehow. Oh. I don't know if that's the actual definition, but...
This week I learned that I was reading an actual book and I saw the word anal and it actually means something. It means like you care deeply about something.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot what it is already. Is it something like that? It's like, oh, you're being anal about something. You're really serious. Like, you won't change your mind, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
That's what reading does to you.
Yeah, you learn stuff, crazy. Surprisingly.
And then I tried to use it on all of my friends. I'm so mature.
Oh, great. Yeah, of course.
You know what's crazy about... I was thinking about doctors. Oh, I can talk about my injury, but I'd rather not.
Save that for another podcast. We'll more content.
Talk about it in 5 minutes. But you know what getting a needle feels like, right? On your arm?
Yeah.
And have you ever had 2 needles? Just played with sharp objects, staples, stuff like that?
No.
If you have 2 needles anywhere on your body and they're close enough, your brain starts to register it as 1.
Oh yeah, makes sense. But that it's still weird, yeah.
So
but
like they're half a centimeter apart, and we can try this blind tested. Like,
I mean, we can, but
I don't have needles.
I don't have needles either.
But like, it works with like staples, and if they're like half a centimeter, I guess there's not enough nerves for like that specific area, and then your brain just feels 1 poke,
one region that's hurting or something like that. Yeah, that's weird.
Crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Why do I get fascinated by stupid
things? It's really cool. I mean,
cool, though.
It's something people don't usually talk about, and it's our own body, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like this makes absolutely no sense, but in a way, it kind of does when you think about it. So.
And when I first heard about this, I was watching like 2 years ago. They had this glove with bunch of sensors on it, and it was kind of like VR but for your hand. So there'd be like hundreds of sensors on a glove, and you moved your hand and it would interact with the world. It was something
like it's really vibrated or something?
No, like there's just bunch of sensors on all your fingers.
When you move your hand, it registers the movement.
Yes. Yeah. It's like haptic feedback, so you could feel like snow, wind.
Okay, that's cool.
On your hand.
Because I know they've been able to do that with the hand, where they sense the movement of the individual fingers. That's been done for a while.
Feedback too.
But that feedback is cool, and it's very tough to do. I mean, you can vibrate, you can like put small motors in there to simulate some feel, but I don't think they're at a point where they can actually simulate forces. Like, let's say if you push on a wall, I don't think they're able to simulate the wall, pushing back. Or if you hit something, your hand won't stop, right? You'll just flow through.
I remember seeing it on an engineering channel.
That was tough.
An engineering channel, and it makes sense. And I think the way it works is like an elastic attached to from your arm to your elbow, so you can have like resistance like that.
Oh.
Like if you're pushing, if it pulls from the other way.
Oh yeah.
And it was super clever. There was like brain like specialists and stuff that analyzed like how much sensors, what's the minimum so that you can feel everywhere on your hand. Like the minimum amount of like impacts to feel on your hand, and there's a bunch of
they measured all of that.
Bunch of research just for that one simulation, and
wow,
it was super cool.
Wow. Now they're just gonna make it smaller so we can all have it in our homes, so we can try hitting baboons.
Or you can just watch baboons.
Oh yeah, you can watch baboons, but you can't touch them.
Oh,
that's What fun is there watching baboons if you can't touch them?
You could touch baboons from anywhere in the world.
Exactly.
Even in Canada.
Even in the North Pole.
Even in snow.
Yeah.
In the winter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Any time of the day.
That's nice. I found like an interesting questions I want to ask every guest right now.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so would you rather be always busy or always have free time?
I'd rather be always busy. But I don't like that question.
No?
Because if I have free time, I'm going to do something with it. I'm going to be busy anyways,
Yeah.
So I'd rather be always doing something, but not necessarily feel trapped. There's a trap kind of busy where you have something you absolutely have to do, and then there's the kind of I'm doing what I feel is right, what I want kind of busy. I'd rather be that kind of busy all the time.
As long as it's not to the point where it stops you from seeing family or stuff like that.
Of course, exactly. Okay. Yeah. You still need time to slow down, but I don't think there's any good in having too much free time, right?
But I was thinking about this like deeply, like every day almost.
Okay, yeah.
I have days that I work like 4 hours. I have soccer, then another job.
Yeah.
Whatever, running for 3 hours, and I'm like busy like 12, 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it's not only work, it's a bunch of different things. So I really enjoy it, and I literally go on my phone twice that day.
Yeah.
I love that day so much more than playing Minecraft half the day and doing Netflix the other half.
Same here. Those are the best kind of days. Sometimes I lay down at night. It's like 11:30 or something. I open my phone and I open Reddit and I realize, shit, I didn't open Reddit all day. It's been a really good day today. So yeah, that those kinds of days where you're always busy but you don't feel trapped or exhausted, those are the best. I'd rather have that sort of day every day.
For myself, feeling productive just gives me such a good high. And I know when I did all that, one after the other, well planned out, I feel so productive. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be my passion to it. Obviously, it's not what I hate. I wouldn't be working a shitty job and stuff. But just feeling productive is like my absolute high. Yeah. Same here. I'd rather be doing that than being broke with a Lambo and
when you're too rich, you don't even have to do anything. Yeah. No, that's something. I've heard about some people like winning the lottery, like a few $1 million or something like that, and they still continue working just because you can have a lot of money, but some people just can't cope with having nothing to do. You know, some people.
The thing. Like, from having a regular life, you talk to people every day, you go outside, you whatever, you play sports, whatever. If you win the lottery and you stop working, like if you stay at home, you're not seeing anyone.
Exactly.
That's gonna be so depressing, not having a social life. If you stop playing soccer for fun and you're not seeing teammates, you're not getting exercise done.
Exactly, and I think it's the same thing for people that don't retire or retire later. Because they love what they're doing. It keeps them going, and they don't like that feeling of having nothing to do, of in a way of having too much free time, depending on what your definition of free time is.
They're like 78 and they're like, I'm still working. I'm just fixing bones or whatever.
Like you said,
it's crazy.
That high of being productive can do wonders. Makes you do anything.
Goal. Like, imagine being productive every day for like a decade.
There's drugs for that, by the way.
There's what?
There's drugs for that.
Drugs. Oh no.
But that's cheating, though.
That's not what I want. Not drugs. Of course, drugs are always the answer.
Well.
I shouldn't say that.
Okay.
And then I learned this week, so I have a friend that works like at a regular job, and apparently Aboriginals don't pay taxes in Canada.
Yeah, that's
an actual thing.
Yeah, it's an actual thing.
I guess we like messed up their lands so badly that to pay them back, we're like, here's 13%.
Wait, it's not we're paying them back. It's just we're not taking their money.
Oh,
it's the other way around.
Owned it?
Well,
they still own the land or what?
I don't know what the laws currently are or how it all ended, or I mean my knowledge isn't too good on that, but they were here before us, right? They have a right to the land. We just kind of came in, took it, and whatever. So it'd be kind of disrespect to go and say, well, I'm taking a part of your money. They never asked for that, right? It's just imposed upon them. So the government is being nice in a way and just not taxing them, which makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't learn this till this week.
What
do they teach us in school?
That's one of the first things they talk about in history class in high school is the situation in Canada when we arrived.
Oh, maybe I missed out. Yeah. I remember stuff
from
like 400 years ago, Christopher Columbus, all the stuff I can't remember.
But. Yeah, same here. I mean, I know some of it, but there's big holes in my knowledge on this stuff, and I mean it's kind of important that we know this. Just knowing history in general is pretty important, but it's not easy.
Remember the last podcast we talked about AI kind of and that kind of things?
Yeah.
I saw this 14-year-old kid that got an award. He made an application for iPhone that could detect if your skin had cancer.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Like tens of thousands of pictures of regular skin and skin with cancer, and a smartphone is powerful enough to detect just as accurately as an expert.
Yeah, with machine learning, right?
Isn't that machine learning?
Yeah,
14-year-old.
That's incredible.
Imagine specialists are like, they're like, I think you have skin cancer. They pull out their phone I don't know if there was an attachment or something for the camera.
Maybe, a filter of some sort.
It just takes a picture of your skin, and in a few seconds it confirms it.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, doctors won't get replaced, but technology is gonna help them out so much.
Yeah.
You know, like, if like a 10-minute inspection turns into a 2-second picture.
Yeah.
That revolutionizes the world. Like, it's crazy.
Makes their job a lot easier, a lot more efficient, and it's good for everyone.
Yeah, then they can help out more patients.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's good everywhere for that.
Yeah. $multi-thousand expert replaced by one iPhone app.
Yeah.
Future.
I think it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's gonna happen for sure. But
yeah.
I think I said this last podcast as well. It's gonna take a long time before we replace these experts.
Completely replace.
Yeah. They're gonna get more and more assistance from technology, but replacing them completely, I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah, I agree.
If it happens, it's gonna take many years. We won't see it.
Okay, I'm currently reading a book that's called Your Money, Your Life, and there was a really interesting thought.
Okay.
A thought.
A thought?
A thought. So, guess how many pairs of shoes adults have on average? How many different pairs of shoes?
I don't know. Depends who you are, but I'm gonna say, like, at one time?
Yeah, on average.
I'm gonna say 10.
You're gonna say 10?
Yeah.
Okay, you're somewhat close. The average woman in the States has 19 pairs of shoes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
19. Isn't that crazy to think about?
Yeah.
And on average, they use 4 of them regularly.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So that's probably on a regular basis.
I think I have, like, some of them are worn out, but I think overall in my room right now, I think I have like 7 pairs of shoes.
I was counting. I had like 15. It's like
crazy.
Okay,
yeah. But I actually use 2 or 3 of them. And then in the winter, I just use my boots. That's it.
That's what's crazy, though.
Yeah.
Like, 80% of the time, I'm in sandals just to walk outside.
Yeah.
I put cleats maybe every day and running shoes every day or 2.
Yeah.
So I have 3 pairs of shoes that I use regularly.
Yeah.
And, like, why do you have so many boots? It's
I
crazy.
think there's 2 ways to see shoes. There's one, some people see them as a utility. So you buy one good pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And you wear them for that specific utility. Like you say, you have cleats to play soccer, you have running shoes for when you go for your run, etc. You have dress shoes to when you wear your suit or whatever. There's that utility side, but some people see it as a fashion accessory, right? So you have different types of shoes, different colors, different shapes, for different outfits. Not necessarily for utility. So you buy a pair of shoes for the way it looks as opposed to what it can do, right?
But I still found it amazing, though. And then I made my mom count, and she's like, I have 30 pairs. And
oh, God.
Like, I couldn't tell she had 30 pairs. I've maybe seen 4 of them.
Yeah, that's what happens is you use, like you say, about 4 of them for their utility.
Yeah.
And then maybe once in a while you take one out for your fashion accessory.
And if they're like $100 each, 30 pairs, it's $3,000.
$3,000.
To me, that sounds expensive.
Yeah. But I mean,
maybe it's over your lifetime or stuff like that.
Yeah,
over
of course.
A few years.
Over, you buy 30 pairs of shoes over 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
It's, what is it? $300 per year for shoes?
Yeah, I guess.
It's not so bad, I think.
You just amaze me.
Yeah.
Another thought.
Shoes. I have some of my friends are pretty into shoes, and they buy multi-$100 shoes every few weeks there.
Oh,
but that's their hobby though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen videos about Neuralink on YouTube recently.
Yeah.
Like one of Elon Musk's companies.
Yeah.
It's pretty much trying to connect the brain to computers.
Yeah.
And I watched it twice, like trying to understand. It's so scientific. Like, I'm so scared of reality, but I'm fascinated about this technology at the same time. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
I've seen some of it. I don't know any of the technical details, but I know that Elon is working on that, and I think they're making good progress. And I think that type of technology will have some very good applications, but there's still some challenges to overcome. Like, we can replace all of our input methods with an efficient way to control with your brain. So you don't need keyboards anymore. You don't need your mice, your controllers.
Like you can talk by voice.
No, you just think of the action you want to do when the computer or the device or whatever accomplishes it. So I think it's the ultimate form of user input, but it's going to take a while before it's practical enough to replace everything, but it's for sure has the potential to.
Yeah, but there's like a few Black Mirror episodes about this too.
Yeah.
Implants and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's trying pretty much to download like the storage of pretty much the RAM, the memory in your brain to store it on a computer.
Yeah.
And I feel
that's
like
messed up though.
Up school, because like 12 years of learning.
Yeah.
You're just downloading information off websites.
Yeah.
From textbooks and learning it in your brain.
Yeah.
Like 80% of school, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And
all of
school
school
is that. Get a computer connected to your brain, you'd literally be able to learn everything.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't have to memorize stuff. Like, as long as you know how to make things, you wouldn't have to memorize. You could always access it or stuff like that.
Yeah, but we're already at that point where we don't have to memorize stuff. Because we can just look it up with our phones anywhere in the world.
That's why the education system is messed up.
But the education... Yeah. There's some... We can talk a long time about the education system. Like, there's a lot of things that I think need to change. But the whole point of going to school is to learn those skills that you can't actually look up, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you're going to learn in school that even you can't Google that. You can't read that in a manual. Yeah, experience.
Okay. Yeah, that you have to try.
Yeah, some skills that apply to everything you do. You can't read that. So that's a whole point. But that knowledge, like what's the value of pi, or the capital of this country. I mean, you can look it up in 3 seconds. Oh yeah. That's exactly why I don't like biology. Is because it's all memorization, and every single test I've done on biology, it was all memorization stuff. It was all, what's the name of this part? What's this?
Memorize 30 subcategories about animals and stuff.
I can just open my manual, look at the picture, and they're all there. Yeah. Why would I need to memorize this stuff? Unless it's very time sensitive, like when doctors do it, right? They don't have time to always open their manual, and so it's important for some applications, but for stuff that for the jobs that interested me, for the hobbies that I do, I mean, I can just Google something or open my book, or so. That's why biology and me are not a good match.
I've been watching David Dobrik so much this week. He's my new favorite YouTuber.
That kid,
maybe not favorite.
He's got it. I don't know what it is.
Did you see his last video?
Yeah. With the Lambo?
Best friend a Lamborghini. Holy crap. My best friend doesn't even answer my phone calls 80% of the time. And this guy's getting a Lambo. I watched that video more than once. Like, you have to watch it 2 or 3 times. They're so good. The emotions his friends go through and
it's stuff. Incredible. It's just
it's crazy.
He just gave him a $200,000 car.
250
US.
300,000.
$250,000. He just gave it to his best friend because he already had another $250,000 car in his garage.
But a Lamborghini is more expensive. He bought a more expensive car than he has. Imagine how loyal.
Yeah. That's a good friend.
How good of a friend he is. How much caring he is.
But the thing is, you gotta think about it. He got a good video out of that.
Oh, so,
what is it? EA sponsored him.
Yeah.
He got the car.
Need for Speed.
Yeah, Need for Speed. Okay. But I think it's EA. Okay. So they sponsored him. They bought the car. I mean, it wasn't from his own money. So he got a free car. What is he going to do? He's going to give it to his friend and make a lot of revenue off that one video. I think it went trending or something like that, so he got a lot of publicity. EA and David Dobrik got a lot of publicity out of that.
I still think he could have got paid $250,000 and just bought the car like that. So it's crazy.
Yeah. When you get to a certain point where you get one deal, one opportunity, and you got enough money for Lambo.
Yeah, I mean, the kid deserves it.
Hey, he's good.
It's crazy.
He's really good.
He's 23 years old too. Buying your best friend a Lambo.
Yeah, that doesn't just happen. Yeah.
Holy crap!
Crazy. Where does he come from? Slovakia or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in Europe. Okay, I gotta show you a clip right after this ad.
I'm not picking it up. You pick it up. I'm not picking it up.
Well, somebody's got to pick it up.
I'll pick it up. They're clean, cuz my hand is clean. Oh yeah, I'm Charmin clean. That's how I know they're clean.
Charmin Ultra Strong is woven like a washcloth and just cleans better.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm Charmin
The
clean.
kid does have a point.
My hand is clean.
Enjoy the go with Charmin. And for an extra clean finish, try Charmin flushable wipes.
And that was our toilet paper ad.
Sponsored
by Sherman. Thank you. So that was a pretty cool ad. Actually, I want to show you a video. So you know I love.
Sounds good. Yeah.
This is the favorite clip I've ever seen. You ready for this?
Sure.
I'm gonna have my own university. I'm telling you, bro. One day I'm gonna have enough money, and I'm gonna open up a school for the kids. Every school is for kids.
Hi, what's up, guys? So JC's.
I've been laughing at that joke every single day. I don't know why. I know what he meant, but just the way Jason reacted,
I mean,
freaking killed me.
yeah, he's right.
Open up a school for the kids.
Every school's for the kids.
It's
Jason
so true.
Nash.
I just love that part. And one thing that really fascinates me is how business. So I was thinking about McDonald's.
Mhm.
Like some of their products actually lose money. Like they have so many promotions, like cheap burgers, $1 ice cream cones, and all those things. They're definitely losing money. But on the bigger burgers, they're making so much more profit than the smaller things. So in the total, they end up being positive. In
Yeah, that's a very common technique. A lot of
That's-
companies do that. Grocery stores, especially. Like when
crazy.
yeah.
Same thing for grocery stores, right? Like,
Yeah.
What
Like-
products? So you worked at Metro before.
Yeah, so I saw. I'm not sure if I was supposed to, but I saw the kind of the order sheets and the price. It listed the price for which the item was actually sold, like in
Yeah,
store,
yeah.
and the price it cost the company to buy it,
Yeah.
and then besides that was the amount of profit that we made on each item.
Yeah.
Some items were classified as high profit, and some of them we outright lost money on them. Things such as milk, eggs, stuff like that. Common stuff that people come to buy like every week.
Yeah, I find that crazy.
We lost money on it because those items get the people in the store, and then they only need to buy one high profit item, and the company makes their money back, right?
I find that so fascinating
Yeah.
how it works, and these companies are making 10 billion net every year. It's
Yeah.
just
And
crazy.
that's why, fun fact, that there's rules on the pricing of milk in
Really?
Ontario, at least. Yeah, because company use this technique to they lower the price of milk to drive people into the stores.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's Ontario government or the Canadian government or whatever, they put a rule where you can't sell the milk for a lower price than what they set. So if you go to different stores throughout the city, they'll all have pretty much the same price for milk, and they're all losing money on it. And that's just so the bigger stores don't have an advantage over the smaller stores that can't afford to lower their price.
That's so crazy because in my first thought about this is that even if they sell the milk for $1.50 instead of $3,
Yeah.
they're still paying the farmer $3 for the milk.
Yeah.
So it doesn't impact the farmer, but I guess they don't want to fuck up all the customers or stuff like that.
I mean, apparently it works. Even though they lose money on one item, they make money with the
It's
other items
interesting.
that people buy. I
And
don't know.
Ontario has to regulate that. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of into psychology and business, because stuff like that I never thought about it, and then you look into it and you're like, wow.
There's a
this
lot
life's
of money,
amazing.
a lot of money to be made in I guess this might not be the right way to say it, but there's a lot of money to be made with psychological manipulation,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I agree.
So, but yeah,
that was a nice
everyone
way of
has
saying it.
techniques.
Psychological manipulation. Where do you listen to these podcasts?
Me?
Yeah,
Mostly at work
at work.
or when I
That's
drive.
crazy. I have another friend that watches them at work.
Yeah. A lot of people tell me that it's not good to listen to music or podcasts while I work, especially music with lyrics in them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it has to do with the brain only being able to process one stream of words or data at
Yeah.
a time. But I don't know. For me, it gets me in the zone, and it actually helps me work by a lot.
So I feel like there's two different ends. There's like the end where it keeps you like awake and keeps your break on all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's the other side of it where like you're only focusing half your attention on it and half on work. So do you do it for like light work or like anything really work?
Yeah, if ever I need to really concentrate, I'll turn everything off and just do what I need to do. But most of the work I do, like you say, like light work or easy work,
or stuff you've done before, so like you're familiar with and you can do easily. Yeah,
that a podcast is on, and for some reason I still follow the podcast. Like I understand what's going on and I remember what's being said while I actually do my work. So I don't know.
That's awesome, because my brother told me last week, he's like, Nick, I listened to your podcast while running and it actually passes the time so much better.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
And that's I listen to podcasts while running and no one believes me. They're all like, Nick, you're messed up. You're so weird.
It does the same for driving. I find the time passes, especially if you're on a long road trip or whatever. The time passes by a lot more quickly if you have a good podcast on.
I love it. And I don't know if it's because you've heard a song before. I think it's more because your brain like feels a connection and it wants to join in on the conversation. Instead of music, I feel like you're more connected to the podcast.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
think so,
your brain's more active and it passes time faster.
You're kind of more implicated in a way.
Yeah,
like
more engaged.
Yeah, more engaged. Yeah, that's the
and
right word.
You never listen to them twice.
No.
So like it's always something new. I find that helps too. So
it's always something new that you need to process. And it's weird though, because when you experience something new, it always feels a lot longer the first time than the second time, right? But for some reason, podcasts, when you're running, driving, or doing whatever, it helps make the time go by faster. I don't know.
Yeah, so if anyone else wants to try it while working out or running, let me know what works best. But that like makes my days. This is why I make the podcast. When my brother tells me like it changed his life, like not to be dramatic, but like it helps him running. It passes time, so that's like a positive in the world, and it's so simple.
Yeah,
that just makes my day.
Yeah, good.
That's the reason why
making the small differences here and there.
There you go. And 20 years from now, we'll be changing the world.
Okay.
Building rockets.
Big steps.
So that was our 5th podcast, right?
I don't know. Is it?
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks. We might start a poll to start rating our guests. That would be pretty sick.
Oh God, I don't know if that's a good idea. You guys can give me a bad rating.
So we also have social media now. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the1%19. I think I've changed it since like a few weeks ago. So make sure you go follow there. The 1% on YouTube. They're all gonna be linked down below. So go check them out. DM me. Let me know your thoughts or stuff you want to talk about in the next episode. Goodbye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the 1%.